speaking of growth on the network, liquidity mining event to incentivize DeFi, any updates or timeline with that?
I can give you a little bit of an update there. So one is, I'll just caveat that, those programs are being run by the Moonbeam Foundation, that's a separate entity. So, but I'll kind of speak a little bit on, some of the thinking that's happening there. I do think that the foundation is getting smarter about like what works and what doesn't work. There are some examples to look at out on like other L1s, and I think one thing that's become kind of clear is that just your standard kind of earlier this year liquidity mining program. It does work in the sense that you get activity, but I think the question is like, is that activity like long-term, going to meet like the goals that you have, right? So I liken it to, it's kind of this like empty calories idea, right? So you can go do something, you can go give away like a lot of, do these programs, you get like users coming in, but many of them are not like terribly engaged in the ecosystem. They're kind of, I've heard this expression that Andre Cronje uses of liquidity locusts, right? So like there's like this swarm of locusts, they kind of come in, they like feast on like whatever they have, and then they leave, and you just have like a barren field, like with the crops left on it, right? Yeah. So I think that, what you realize is building like an ecosystem consists, obviously you want user attention, but it is all these like projects deploying. Right now I can see a lot of them are like making connections with each other. They're like, oh, I have this kind of service, but I need partners that do like X and Y and Z. Okay, and so you see these connections happening. That's more like, not to overuse this analogy, but that's like the muscle building, right? That's like these connections being made that I think are going to be like a long-term base of support. So, the foundation has been quite active in its grants program, finding like high quality teams. So that's going to continue. I think that, that's going to be the lens through which, this is looked at, is like, what are the teams that can be invested in that will really, be the bones of like this ecosystem and kind of support long-term growth rather than, something that might be more of a flash in the pan kind of thing.
Totally.